ahead and introduce yourselves and tell us what teams you play for.
I'm Jeremy Norden. I'm from Seattle, Washington, and I play for Whitman College.
My name is Manny. I'm from Vancouver. I played for the UVic women's team, and I played for TFP.
Tell us a bit about this clinic. What's the whole idea of it?
The idea of this clinic is we're running a training camp for as many of the top players in Mexico. Many of these players are captains of their club teams and have come from as far as Cancun and Guadalajara to Mexico City. And we have about 30 men's players here that are really excited to learn and take things back to their teams at home.
Where did you guys get the idea to do the clinic in Mexico?
I was coaching in Colombia this summer, and one of the players on Bamboo de Bogota is moving to Mexico in February. And her idea with one of her best friends that lives in Mexico is to make a women's national team that's a very strong, cohesive team to go to Worlds in July. And her idea is that she's going to live here for 6 months, helping to captain and coach the team. And she's invited a lot of us from Vancouver and Seattle to come and help out and run clinics throughout the time before she gets here. And then she's going to continue the work that we've built off of to progress for Japan.
How many clinics are there going to be in total?
In total, there's going to be 3 big weekend clinics for the women's national team. And then while we're here, so last weekend we ran an 18-hour clinic, and every day since then we ran 2 or 3 or 4-hour clinics with local university teams or with club teams around the area.
And are you forming also the men's national team from these clinics, or?
The men's national team is slightly different in that the team that won nationals for the men's side, they are from Mexico City, and their team as one team is going to represent Mexico in July.
I was told yesterday that there's 10 of the top players from that team, Phoenix, that are going to be going, and then there's going to be tryouts for the rest of the team. So it's going to be mostly the top players from that team, and then whoever they can bring in as reinforcements.
And so it's a little bit different than the women's side, where the team that won, there's actually very few players from that team trying out, and they're going to be part of Team Japan for Mexico, where it's really, we're trying out all the players in the country, trying to make the best team. We're not necessarily picking the best 20 players, we're trying to make the strongest cohesive team to train all the way until July. And the goal, as far as we understand, is to win a game or two in Japan. The team that went to Vancouver didn't do so well. I think they lost all the games, and the closest one was about 17-7. So we're trying to really make a switch of creating a team, creating a training program that's going to be able to progress over the next 6 to 8 months.
What do you guys think about the quality of Mexican Ultimate in general? What have you seen so far?
I think there's a whole range of levels so far. There are some players who have been playing a few days, a few practices, and players who have been playing 10 years, and they've kind of all come together in these clinics. And so it's been really interesting to work with both of them. I think a lot of the top players have only been able to play in Mexico, so they don't have the vision of what Ultimate is like outside of Mexico. And this is kind of what we're trying to bring in, is telling them that even if you're the best player in Mexico, that doesn't mean anything for any international tournament. So we're trying to bring in systems and plays and motivation that come from outside, so that they have something to look to outside of their own team or their own country.
All right, guys, thank you very much. Any last words to leave us with about the clinics and your plan?
We've had a great time. We've been coaching every day, and everyone has been unbelievably friendly and welcoming. And we just want to thank everyone that invited us to come, and all the players that we've gotten to work with while we've been here.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.